Hello, secret agents. Welcome to our Monday night Vision cast. So excited to be hosting tonight. It's a big honor, and we've got a massive lineup tonight. I'm really excited to hear from 4 individuals in the field that are making things happen. We also have our diamond agent, 6-figure, multiple, close to $250,000 ring earner coming soon. I know that, Josh Wiles, and he's going to be training with us tonight, and I'm just really excited for what's coming. So welcome, thanks for tuning in. Like I said, these vision casts happen every Monday night at the same time. Same link, we're making these live interactions, we're changing them to vision casts so we can see people face to face and really have a better connection. So with that, just a little bit about myself. My name is Tracy Zimmer. I am located out of Calgary, Alberta in Canada. And we've been living here for about 15 years now, and I got introduced to Secret in October 2012. And at the time when I got introduced, I was teaching. Certainly didn't have time to be taking on an opportunity, that's for sure. Definitely a business adventure. However, when I heard about the luxurious skincare line that I was looking at, the Dead Sea Minerals, it made sense to me. I was using all those products already. I was using shampoo, I was using soap, I was using salt scrubs and face creams and body butters. And in my head I thought, I'm using all this already. Why wouldn't I use a luxurious skincare line and possibly get it for free and make a little extra doing it? It was just one of those, why not? This just makes sense. And in my head, I started going through, well, my mom uses these things too, and kids can use these products, and male and females are all caring about their skin these days. So it was something that I definitely needed to take a look at. It excited me. I shortly after that got to go to a convention and take a look at the big picture, and it was there that I knew that there was more to this than just amazing products. There's amazing business opportunity, and such a great group of people to work with. And we call ourselves a community because that's what Secret is. We work together, we support one another, and the people, the leadership at Secret is like no other out there. And it just grabbed me by the heart, and I just wanted to be part of this amazing company. So Secret is so unique. As you know, it's a luxurious skincare line, and what really caught me was the fact that we had sold $1 billion in sales in retail in kiosks throughout the world, 40 different countries. And now we get to be first movers advantage going into the relationship marketing stream, and that says something about your products, to know that our products have been selling for twice the price worldwide, and now we get to take these products, take them directly to the consumer, sell them for half the price. It's lucrative for both ends. Customers are happy, agents are happy. And it's just such a unique opportunity, and I've been very blessed. I've been able to hit the rank of diamonds along the way, and it's really changed my life. I've been able to travel a lot more, spend more time with my kids. I now get to be a full-time Secret agent, which is really exciting, and I get to do what I love, and that's really helping people win, helping people hit their goals and dreams, and just really do what I'm passionate about. So with that, that's just a little bit about me, and like I said, we've got a great lineup tonight. And before we get into that, before we get hearing from other people in the field and our trainer tonight, I do want to go over a few announcements that we got from HQ. One of them, first of all, if you didn't see the announcement on the Facebook group, the Secret Facebook group, a huge congratulations to Marilyn Grace Dela Cruz. She won a free ticket to Ignite through the Facebook Ignite contest over the weekend. So way to go. Good job, Marilyn. That's awesome. Be sure to follow Secret Guides on the Facebook page. You can stay up to date on events, communication, giveaways. They're always doing something, and it's always important to stay on top of these things so that you can be the next winner next time. We also, the Ignite is coming up, as you can see in the background here. I wouldn't miss it for the world. You heard my story when I went to my first convention. It changed me, and you don't want to miss this. You really don't. We have great things that are going to, you know, be announced there, great promos. We got to listen to John Maxwell, and the Ignite room rates with a secret, you know, that's the secret block. Those are going to be ending August 28th, okay? So you want to get your room booked at the Hyatt Regency by August 28th before those room rates were gone, okay? So if you don't have a room booked, please get that booked and secure your spot. Also, make sure you're visiting the secret events page. There's lots of events going on everywhere throughout the States, throughout Canada, and you know, that's great training. You can find out where there's training near you, places where you can send people to business opportunities, you know, and just really share secrets. So take advantage of that. You're gonna see the events in your back office. You can click right there. So make sure you're tuning into those. And also, just a special thank you to everybody who came out to Community Day this past weekend. I actually was there, and it was absolutely phenomenal. There was so many people. There was record-breaking numbers, and you know, it's crazy. And I just know that those numbers are just going to keep going up and up and up. You know, especially with the growth that we've had in Secret, and Secret being the #1 growing growing company out there in direct sales. I just know those community days are just going to keep growing and growing. So it was a lot of fun. If you haven't been to one, make sure you get yourself there. It was, you know, definitely something that you want to get to. So with that, we are going to go into, I want to congratulate all those who hit Mission 5. We know that we're going for 90 to Ignite right now. We've got some missions out there for you, some double and triple rank advancement bonuses happening, which I think are absolutely amazing. You know, I'm kind of in awe that the company is doing that. Triple ranking, that's insane. So make sure you're doing that. And you know, to do that, we've got our mission sponsor to help us hit those double and triple ranks. So those of you who are hitting Mission 5, I keep seeing, you know, on a daily basis, more people added to that list in the back office. Huge congratulations to everybody who's on that list. For last week, I'm just going to quickly name off. There's a lot of them here, so I'm going to go through them really, really fast. Congratulations for Mission Sponsor 5 to Leah Agami, Michelle Brown, Bonnie Clemens, Tracy Covington, Christopher Frederick, Lori Gardner, Matt Jacopin, Lilia Javier, Annie Lee, Angelie and Danielle Miller, Eric Nigan, Luang Fong, Mike and Nancy Roy, Richard and Jennifer Rule, Maximo and Renee Cieo, Michael and Bethany Sagenheller, Lynn and Milton Tuma, Krilla Ura, Raul Varad, Nicole Wong, Jeremy Worrell, Nelson Yalea, Ricardo and Georgiano Camacho, Mindy Cote, Jaron Davis, Liliana and Ellen Dugan, Ryan Gonzalez, Catherine Nickel, and Lori Poliquin, and Tanya Trong. That's a long list. That is what took my wind out of my sails here. That means people are winning, guys. People are adding agents, and I can tell you, when you add 5 agents to your team, you're not going to stop there. You're going to add 10, and then you're going to add 15, and you're going to add another 5, and you're going to get to Mission Sponsor 20. Mission Sponsor 20, huge congrats to Empowering Humans, Robin and Ray Sanchez. You know, that's really, really exciting. Congratulations for winning the Platinum Dinner on Thursday night at Ignite. That is one of the most favorite times for me at convention, is that Thursday night dinner with the Platinums and above, and just surrounding yourself with so many amazing people on the same mission. So congratulations for that. Very, very exciting. We are going to hear from Robin later on tonight, so maybe she can give us some tips on how she got those 20. Also, we've got a couple rank advancements. We've got a silver rank advance, Sarah Hamelin. Huge congratulations to you. That's absolutely phenomenal. We've got a bronze, Ana del Carmen Camacho, and Jose de Jesus Gonzalez. So trying my best with all these names that I'm pronouncing here, and I hope I didn't butcher any, but give yourselves a big pat on the back, guys. That's very, very awesome. So with that, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna get myself out of the way here, and we're gonna hear from people who are making things happen in the field, and people who are hitting that Mission 5, people who are hitting the Mission 20. And just kind of, hearing where they're from, their background, and maybe just a few little nuggets as to, what they did, some strategies, and why they're so excited about Secret. And, this is one thing that I love about plugging in, especially, the vision casts or any sort of calls that are going on. You get to hear so many backgrounds of people, where they come from, what they did before Secret. And it's a way of being able to relate to different people. I was on a leadership call today, and I heard somebody who had been in real estate, and I thought, how amazing is that? I talked to somebody who's in real estate, and I can connect them and relate them to that individual. So it's always good to hear other people and their stories, because there's always somebody out there that you can probably relate them to when you're hearing all these testimonials. So the first person I'm going to bring up, we're going to Michigan. And this lady I got to meet on the weekend in Phoenix at the community day, and she's just awesome. She's so full of energy. She's just so friendly and bubbly, and just somebody that you want to be around, and just making things happen. Mission 20. I'm starting out with the couple that hit Mission 20, Robin and Ray Sanchez. So Robin, if you're on, can you just share with us a little bit about you and about how you got 20? What are you going to do to get 20?
Well, I think the first thing, by the way, hi everybody, hello. I think the first thing to, really focus on the 20 is just make the decision. There was no doubt literally, I wasn't even in the company when this promotion was launched. I was just checking out the company at that time. So once I came in the company, that was just an automatic, I was doing it. Ray and I, there wasn't an option for us. That was something we were absolutely going to do. But our why is huge. We have 9 children. We have 4 grandchildren. We were full-time in the industry for about 10 years. And then we sold out and we got full-time jobs. Some stuff happened, and we got full-time jobs. And I will tell you, I have a corporate job. I work 50, 60 hours a week, and I still find time to do this. My why is huge because I want to be full-time back again. I want my time freedom and my financial freedom back again with my family. So does Ray. But we don't overcomplicate it. We don't have time to overcomplicate it. We follow the system. And I will tell you, the number one way we're getting people is we are, following that system of video 1, video 2, and 3-way call. I don't get caught up in conversation. When people ask me questions, I ask what they like best, and I don't go any further. If they don't get back with me right away, I don't get excited to try to tell them more. I just follow the system. I don't ask them if they want a 3-way call. I just say, hey, it's time to get on the phone and chat after they've told me what they like best about the 2 videos. And then I'm, texting my support system and say, okay, who's available at this time? Because I'm going to get someone on the horn. And that's how we do it. Most of the 20, we're actually, now working on the second round of 20. So, of the people that have come on board with us, we just believe in this company. I'm so fired up about this company. I'm so excited. I feel home. I boldly say there's an anointing on this company, and all you have to do is go to work and you will be blessed. It is just the way it is. And, it's exciting. I'm super pumped up.
That's awesome. I can feel and hear the excitement in your voice, Robin. And you said so many great things. And you're not making busy an excuse. You're going, I'm busy and I'm getting to work and I'm going to find the time to do this because I don't want to be doing what I'm doing anymore. And that's really, really awesome. Awesome hearing your story, and always great to hear from you and see you. I love that you're following the system. You're making it simple, and really about that belief. You hear it all the time that people found their home at Secret, and you just hear it over and over and over. And when so many people are finding their home at Secret, we've got something special. So thank you so very much for sharing.
You got one thing. I think I didn't finish the sentence because I'm so excited about the why and the company, right? I don't think I finished the sentence that out of the number of people that we have sponsored, most of them haven't even tried the product prior to signing up. So, that's what's why the 3-way call of the system is so valuable and so important. You've got to use your upline support and just go out and make it happen. So, let's do it.
That's super awesome. I know we're going to be hearing from Josh a little bit as well about the third party and the 3-way calls. So I'm glad that you touched on that right now. That was awesome. So we're going to be heading out to Florida next, and very excited for this individual. Again, I got to meet her on the weekend, and same thing, just somebody with energy that you want to be around. And she's accomplished her mission 5, and same with you. Kelly, if you can just come on and share with us a few things about you, about your background, and why does everybody have to go get Mission 5, and what are some nuggets that you can share and some tips, and why you're so excited about Secret.
Thanks, Tracy. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited because, yeah, I mean, I got to meet you this weekend. It was absolutely phenomenal. I've heard such wonderful things about you. And what gets me excited the most about this is the amazing people and leadership about the company. Coming into this, that's probably what got me the most fired up. So I've actually had the opportunity to meet almost everybody in the upline, and they have been so huge in helping my team and all the people that we brought in transition, and I think that's key. So what she was just saying about getting people on the phone calls, that's been crucial for my team. And what I've really found is that the leadership really wants to help. So I'll call people and say, listen, I need somebody at this time or this time, and everybody's jumping on and wanting to help, and everybody has different personality styles, so you're able to find with who you're working with and really plug into that. And I've been encouraging my people, and it's been a breath of fresh air for us. So like she said, we don't actually put the product on people right away either, because we're going so fast. We're just really letting them enjoy the conversation, and we're leading with vision. And vision has been key because people really want to go somewhere, and they want to go with somebody who's going somewhere and somebody that's excited, and our team is really, really excited. So that's been a really fun thing to do, and just getting everybody, really fired up for that. So that's really what we're focusing on right now.
Super awesome. Kelly, I hear, time and time again about the leadership, the support system, and that's so huge a secret, and you hear it all the time, that people just really leaning on that and having that, and everything, it being available all the time for you is a big part of building your business. And so thank you so much for sharing. I love the idea that you're sharing a vision, and that's something that I can relate to, because that's what I caught when I went to my first convention, was the vision of the company, and just knowing that that's something that I want to be part of. So thank you so much again for sharing. We truly, truly appreciate it. We are heading off now to Canada, Toronto, Canada, actually. And this young lady, we got to again meet in person. And we talked a lot by phone, but we got to meet in person this past weekend. Her name is Catherine Nickel, and she has just been absolutely amazing. Just true true qualities in this girl. She just puts her head down, she keeps her eye on the prize, and she's just going to work, and she's just sharing. And we're so excited to hear from you tonight, Catherine, on hitting Mission 5 as well. I believe it's 2 weeks, two weeks into the company, and you're a top recruiter for the whole company, #1, and you've been doing that for a few weeks in a row now. So just share with us what you're doing, Catherine, a little bit about you, background, and share some nuggets for us.
Thanks, Tracy, and thank you again for having me on tonight. It's actually 2 weeks to the day. Today marks day 14 since we got involved, and it's just been one heck of a ride. I've been riding the excitement probably since day one, and the biggest thing was getting in, plugging in, connecting with the leadership, and that's really what's been crazy important and pivotal in the success that I've seen and we're seeing coming into this. So really a matter of staying consistent, doing things with purpose, just exposing it. I mean, excitement is contagious, and it's really been the biggest part in terms of people wanting to be involved with that culture and that leadership. And I'm excited to be here, and again, appreciate you for having me on tonight.
Awesome. Favorite quote? Excitement is contagious. I couldn't agree more, Catherine. When you're excited and you've got energy and you've got passion, people want to follow you. They don't want to be left behind. They want to know what you're doing, and they want to be part of it. And I couldn't agree more. I think that's a lot where I built my business in the very beginning, was just pure excitement. I was so excited about something. I had so much belief and so much passion, and I'm telling you, when you mix those, belief and passion, those two things together, you can move mountains. You really, really can. Nothing can get in your way, and I see that with you, Catherine. I just know this is the beginning for you, and you're on your way to the top. So thank you so much for sharing. Our last testimonial for the night, we're heading out to Southern California. We have an individual by the name of Kenneth Mayfield, also completing Mission 5. This is absolutely amazing hearing all these stories. Kenneth, we want to hear about you. We want to hear your story. Tell us about you, your background, what you're doing, how you got Mission 5, how you're going to go for Mission 20, and just share a little bit with us.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me okay?
Sure can.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, thank you. Kenneth Mayfield, originally from Tupelo, Mississippi, and moved out here to pursue entertainment, acting, you know, singing, dancing, all that jazz, and fell into massage therapy. But yeah, so it's very, very interesting how I got you know, persuaded or actually got involved in this beautiful community. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. One thing that I've definitely found out about this, you know, and my father keeps resonating in my head because he used to tell me that certain things would just happen. Said if you keep doing this, it's going to flow out through your entire life. And, you know, Kevin Harrington also mentioned that as well. You know, you keep doing the same thing, then you're going to keep getting the same results. But it's incredible. You know, I've realized that you can't swim oceans for people who won't even jump puddles for you. You know, so it's just using your time wisely with what you do. And first and foremost, being excited about what you do. This is something special that we have in our hands. I believe sometimes we've been so spoiled so many times, we won't even recognize what we have in our hands, you know, and it's so wild. Sometimes we don't realize what we have until it's actually gone, you know. So just immersing yourself in the community, immersing yourself in this company, immersing yourself around the leadership, because what happens, you know, with the direction of the leadership, your business or your life is going to rise and fall, you know. So the law of the lid, you know, the law of influence is so key, you know. And this is something that just resonates in my head. Being excited about your unfolding future, what Tim Hurst said Saturday. And if you're going to be here, you might as well be here, you know. Just make a decision, decide. It can be as easy as that, you know. And you know, just doing that, deciding and say, I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to complete Mission 5 and then complete Mission 20, you know, that's the next step. You know, you can't complete Mission 20 until you complete Mission 5, you know. So being that example for everyone that is in your organization, for everyone that is in your team, you know. So that's just one thing that I had to realize. And last but not least, you know, I encourage everyone to read James 1, you know, just the full chapter, you know, counting it all joy. Basically what they're saying is counting all joy in spite of, especially and the trials and tribulations that you go through, because I use those as growth propositions for me. You know, that's another opportunity for me to grow, knowing that in the midst of steadfastness, I'm actually going to be stronger because of how He's made me, and I'm in the likeness of His image. But yes.
That's super. Kenneth, thank you so much for sharing. I love when you said just make a decision. Just make a decision and make it happen, because you know, a lot of our results come from here and what we decide to do, and you just go and do it. You know, using your time wisely. I love how you talked about that, because that's so true as well. There's so many you know, of us that are doing this part-time while we're working, and that's how we start. That's how we build, and you know, it's going to take time for sure. But to do this part-time, we need to use our time wisely. And you know, I can talk about that just, you know, on a little bit right now. When I was building this part-time and I was teaching full-time, and you know, I have 2 kids who are 10 and 7, and I certainly, you know, didn't have the time, but I used my time wisely, like you just said. And anything that was downtime for me, whether that was driving, whether that was, you know, normally watching TV, I turned that downtime into productive time. And I knew that had to be my time when I was working my secret business. So thank you very, very much for sharing. And I can't wait to see you hitting Mission 20, because I know that you can get there for sure. So without further...
Thank you so much.
You bet. Without further ado, we're going to bring on our guest speaker tonight, Mr. Josh Wiles. You guys all know who the Mr. Josh Wiles is. I am sure you've probably seen him on stage. You've probably seen him speaking. I'm sure you've seen him in his skinny jeans that he borrows from his wife, Heather. But he is so funny. He is always full of energy, always. I said to him one time, I'm like, are you ever not excited? You know, he's just somebody great to be around, because he just brings your energy up. He's a diamond agent within the company. He's a ring earner. He's an agency ambassador, and just a true leader to not only his own team, but the whole secret community. He's constantly sharing nuggets with people and doing training sessions. So with that, you know, I'm going to do a little interview process here with Josh. You know, just with growing your business and some things that he wants to share. But before we get into the nitty-gritty and the questions, Josh, I just want you to, can you just take a few moments and just share with people that maybe don't know you or haven't seen you before, you know, share a little bit about you, and then we'll get into our questions.
Wow, yeah, absolutely, Tracy. First off, man, thank you so much for having me on tonight's VisionCast. I'm so excited. I just absolutely love, I got my notebook here. I got these, I'm filling my notebook with notes here from all these incredible testimonials already. I mean, you got people talking about passion. You got people talking about vision. You got people, you know, talking about their reason why and why we have to just move forward. I love what Kenneth Mayfield said, that if you know, it's hard, it's going to be hard to swim oceans for somebody that's not going to, you know, jump through puddles for you. And Tracy, I love what you said about, you know, making your downtime productive time, because that's exactly what I had to do in the very beginning. I'm 29 years old. I live out here in North Carolina with my beautiful wife, Heather, and I wish she'd let me steal her skinny jeans. She has to pick them out. Sometimes she picks me out some, but she don't let me wear hers. She's afraid I'll stretch them out. But no, I live out here with my beautiful wife, Heather, and my 2 kids. And man, I'm probably voted the least likely to succeed in this deal. From the very beginning, I'm not I'm not smarter than the average man. I don't have a college degree. I've had never done anything with sales, especially skincare, before I got into this industry. And I grew up very poor. I lost my mom at a very young age. My dad made some poor choices and was very abusive. I was taken away from him. My grandparents ended up adopting me. We grew up on welfare in a trailer, and you know, I ended up meeting my wife, and I was 20 years old. 6 months later, we got married, and guess what I did? I moved her into a camper in behind my grandparents' trailer in their backyard. And we were on food stamps, welfare, government assistance, you name it, we were on it. I ended up becoming a police officer, and there I definitely was not winning friends and influencing people. I was slamming people and putting them in jail. And life was just not very happy. I didn't have many friends. Nobody liked me because I was a cop, and frankly, I didn't like anybody else. I was making no money. And somebody saw something in me that I had never seen in myself, and that was the key. I love what Robin said about vision, about being excited and sharing the vision, because somebody had a vision. And this somebody introduced me to a man by the name of Josh Denny, and that was where I was able to catch the secret vision. And it's been an incredible ride to go from almost nothing to, you know, in the last 2.5 years, to have earned almost $500,000 from home. It's changed my life. It's changed my family's life. But more so about not so much the money, but what it's helped me become. You know, I'm a better dad now. I'm a better husband now. I'm a better friend now. And I know that there's so many other people out there that are seeing success and seeing hope in this community. You know, a lot of people consider Secret as their redemption run. You know, it's their chance for hope. It's their chance to have a better way. It's their chance to finally do something bigger than they've ever done before. And that's what this is about for me. And obviously we have the best products out there. We have the best compensation plan. We have the best leadership and the best timing. But for me, it's the people. It's the community. And that's why I'm so fired up, Tracy.
Super. You know, I love hearing every time you tell your story. It never gets old. I've probably heard it, you know, 100 times, and every time it always touches me to hear that, you know, you went from $1.75 to your name, and now you are where you are, and it's just like, I mean, I'm so proud of you. It's awesome. It's such a great story. So thanks for sharing that background information. So, you know, we hear people talking about following the secret system. We hear the word exposures, and a lot of times people, you know, they get started, they get in, and then it's like, okay, now what? You know, what system what do I got to follow? How do I get that first exposure? So I guess my question to you is, you know, what would be a systematic approach anybody out there could do for their first exposure? And you know, I want to hear from you what that would look like.
Well, as far as first exposure goes, I love what you said, Tracy, and that's especially to you new agents on the line right now. You are going to hear the word system, system, system a whole heck of a lot, because when you're talking about excuse me, when you're talking about building a duplicatable business, when you're talking about building a large distribution channel, it's got to be something simple. It's got to be something that anybody can do, anybody can duplicate, and the key is following a system. And what I love about Secret is we've got the products that work every single time. It's like they work 100% of the time, all the time. And so the breakdown for most people is getting people through the exposures, getting people in front of the products, getting people to take a look at the information. And I think that if you follow this system, you will not have a challenge. You will not have a problem at all. And I like to do this, especially with brand new people. There's typically two types of people you're going to reach out to. If I'm a brand new agent, there's typically two types of people I'm going to reach out to. I'm going to reach out to my hot market, my people closest to me. The last 20, 25 people I've spoken to on my phone, the last 20 to 25 people I've texted or Facebook messaged with or Instagrammed with. And today there's not a book out there that can really teach you how to build a big business in today's society, because so many people are relying on these, smartphones. Since this call, I've had texts and Facebook messages while I'm sitting here on the line with you guys, because that's where most people, I get more texts in a day than I do phone calls. And so I love the hot market texting approach, where if it's people that are my number one, they're people that I'm super close with, they know me, I talk to them all the time, I'm very simple. I say, hey, what's up, bro? Watch this 4-minute video. Hey, real quick, watch this 4-minute video. That's all I do, and I send the products video. That's simple. Anybody can do that. When you're done, you can always, when they respond back, always ask, hey, did you watch it? They say yes or no. When they do, what did you like best? Are you open to more info? Great, me too. Are you open to more info? Fantastic. Now watch this 12-minute video. Send them the opportunity video. Eventually moving them down the line to get them on the phone. Now, I also understand you on your top 200 list, when you get your blueprint manual and you're making your top 25, you're probably going to approach those guys the same way. Hey, watch this 4-minute video. Now, other people kind of like your warm market, maybe not your straight up hot market, people that it's going to take a little bit more communication with. I love the text to tee up. I love the tee up text method, and that's very simple. And this is what I text people. I say, I'll say, hey, Tracy, I can't talk right now. I'm texting. Hey, Tracy, I can't talk right now, but, and then in all caps, I like to say, we have to talk ASAP. I got something you're going to love. I'll call you tonight. Or we have to talk ASAP. I've got something you love. I'll call you in 30 minutes. Tee them up. Guys, the key is to open people up. If I've got, I've got a water bottle here that has a lid on it. If I take my Perrier and I were to pour it in, I'm going to pour my opportunity or my exposure into this closed water bottle. I'm going to spill my water all over the table. So the tee up to text method, for your hot market, they're already pretty open because they know you. They're your buddies. They're your closest people. But for everybody else, your extended warm market, the people that's going to fill the majority of your top 200 list, it might require a little opening so that when you do share the information, it's well received. Okay? So I love the tee up to text method. I always text first, hey, I can't talk right now. Guys, that's key. This gets you out of so many squirrely situations, especially if you're brand new, because less is more. The person that talks the person that talks the least wins. Even when we're about to hopefully we'll get to talking about some three-way calls, but the one that talks the least wins. So less is more. The less you say, the more they receive. Just trust me on that. So that's why I always tee it up with, hey, I can't talk right now, but we have to talk ASAP. I got something you're gonna love. I'll call you tonight. What works better for you, 7 or 7:30? And it's simple, guys. It's very simple to do this. And then the next step is to just pick up the phone. When they say, oh, man, guys, because they're going to be chomping at the bit. Oh, my goodness, what is it about? I'll tell you what it's about later, and then don't even text back. Just say, you still get at 6. Maybe text a couple hours before. You still get at 6. I'm so pumped to talk to you, right? The key is just teeing them up, selling the sizzle before you sell the steak. If you come to my restaurant and you see my menu and it says steak, $19.99. And then there's a picture of a steak, right? That's okay, right? But what if you go to Tracy's restaurant and you see no pictures, but you see steak, $19.99, and then you see a paragraph that says, and this 28-day aged Kobe beef ribeye has been, hand seasoned and marinated for the last 36 hours in our special house marinade, and it's grilled to perfection over an open flame with the grill marks and finished off in the oven with some sauteed, veggies and onions, garnished with some garlic butter. Man, my mouth is watering for a steak right now. So it's selling the sizzle before you sell the steak, and that's why I do that. I text the T up, hey, I can't talk right now. We have to talk ASAP. I got something you're gonna love. When can I call you next? When after 5 p.m. can I call you? Just something, and you set the time, and then get back with the prospect. By then, they're already gonna be, fairly open. And if they, yeah, I mean that's it. I mean it's that simple.
Super. I love that whole caps, right? We need to talk ASAP. I mean, you still get me every time with that. It's like, you need to talk to me. You're like, Tracy, you need to call me ASAP. What do? I'm like, oh, I better call him, and it works. I've used it. It's a great method for sure. So we're teeing them up. We're getting them excited. We're opening them up, as you said. Now, once I've opened them up or piqued their interest, the videos are sent, that sort of thing, what are your next steps? Like, where do you go from there?
For me, the next step is obviously to move them to another third party. If it's my personal prospects, I'm trying to get them on a three-way call. Tracy, I use you for three-way calls plenty of times. You're a master. I appreciate your hard work, and you do it the same way every time. You do the same thing as I do, and if I'm in a situation where it's somebody else three-way me into one of their prospects, I'm doing it the same way. If it's someone that they're not necessarily ready for a three-way call yet, maybe I've teed them up and sent them the videos, but they haven't, and I find myself haven't watched them because sometimes, guys, we find ourselves on the phone with people that are just they're open, they haven't necessarily got to the videos yet. I always like the form technique, and for your notes, guys, it's FORM. Frank, Ocean, Robert, Mary, FORM, form, and this is just understanding that when you're on the phone with prospects, you're on the phone with your team members prospect, you're on the phone with somebody about this opportunity. Remember what I said, the person that talks the least wins. Well, guess what that means? The person that asks the most questions wins. And I follow the same method every single time. The first thing I do is I'm going to ask about their family. I'm going to talk about family. Tell me, are you married? Do you have kids? What's your family like, right? And make it a conversation. They're telling me about their family. Oh yeah, I love that about you. That's so great. Sounds like you're a family person just like me. I got married when I was 20 years old. I knew my wife for 6 months. We have 2 beautiful daughters. Real quick, what do you do? What's your background? And and then from there, guys, it's just following the system. So it's family. O is occupation. What do you do? What's your background? I have them tell me about that. And then, oh, that's awesome. That I can totally relate. I know what that. I got a buddy that does that. I got a friend in real estate. And that's why it's so important to be plugged into the system so that you can hear all these stories and relate to everybody you've talked to. I've never done real estate, but I know my buddy Chiho has. I was never a teacher, but I know Tracy Zimmer was. I don't know what it's like to be in ministry, but I know Dominic and Wendy Curry in Maryland and Jermaine and Mona Johnson know what that's like. And here's my background. I was a police officer. I was a broke cop, man. And so I get them talking about occupation, asking questions there. Typically, all I'm looking for is what they're looking for. That's the key, guys. All I'm looking for is what they're looking for. And the R stands for recreation. What do you like to do for fun? This is one of my favorite topics. Anybody that knows me, man, I'm all about having fun. And so I ask about recreation. What do you like to do for fun? And I have them talk to me about what they like to do for fun. Guys, they are giving me exactly their reason why they should get started in this opportunity. Typically, it's got something to do with their family. If they don't have family, it's got something to do with either making more money or getting out of their occupation. If they're happy where they're at, typically it's going to be, I'd like to have some more free time or some extra money to go do my recreation. And that's what leads me into the M at the very end, where I ask, about motivation, money, what drives them, what are they looking for? And I don't talk about secret. I don't sell ingredients. I don't talk about products yet. I talk about them. I find what they want, and then the kicker is to just wrap it up in a little box and make sure they understand. Hey, listen, I got something you're gonna love. You know, I love the fact, Tracy, you're talking to me right now about how, you know, you want to make some more, you want to be able to earn enough income to free up some of your time. Maybe go from teaching full time to teaching part time, so you can have more time to spend with your kids. You know, I think I've found something. I definitely know that I've found something that I'm going to use to get myself there, and I think you're going to love it. If I sent you some videos, you'd watch them, wouldn't you? Or you know, you love the videos. This is why I'm doing it. What's your family like? Occupation, recreation, blah, blah, you know, motivation, money. Listen, the reason I'm so fired up about this is because I found a way to make some extra money, have some free time, be able to do this more, accomplish my goals and dreams. I think that you're gonna love this. I think you should definitely go to the next step. You got to meet my friend Tracy. You got to meet my friend Joe. Listen, man, you got to meet this guy Josh I was telling you about. He's a beast. Right? You got to meet my friend Jermaine Johnson I was telling you about. He's a beast. Ben Brad, you know, whoever your support team member is, you know, it's just leading them down the line. Understand, it's just exposure to exposure, exposure. Now, here's the key, guys. The key is to not at all think about the outcome. Please, 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 if you're taking notes right now, write the word outcome on your paper, circle it, and draw a line through it. Scribble it out. Get the outcome out of your brain, because if you're focused on the outcome, then you're not present with the activity. See, a lot of people are so focused on the outcome, they're so results driven, they're so outcome driven, they don't actually give their energy or their passion into what's going on right now. And what's going on right now is the exposure, is the connection, is the communication. Do not let your exposure, do not let your connection, your communication, or your activity be a means to an end. Don't allow it to be a means to an end to get to a result, because the result will come by way of doing the activity, the communication, the exposing, the connecting, and doing it well with your full attention, your full focus, your full heart. Being mindful about the other person, making it about them, taking you out of the way, and focusing on what they desire and what they want. And that's the key when it comes to moving to the next step. I always tee them up on a text message. I always get them to the videos. I always try my best to dig down and find exactly what they want. And then I always get out of the way as fast as possible, get them onto a third party, you know, get them to a sit down, show them the products, ultimately getting them to a wow party where they can actually experience secret. I mean, that's the key, man. That's the key, is just you know, focusing on them, taking the result out of the equation, being present in the activity at that moment, and you know, getting out of the way, using the third-party tools.
I love that. Get out of the way as fast as you can. And third party is so crucial. It's you know, it's a way for you to literally get out of the way and let somebody else do the work for you. And anyway, with that, you know, Josh, we've teed people up, we've opened them up, we've piqued their interest, we've got to know them now through the forming, which, by the way, I absolutely love. I love that forming, asking questions, and you know, I've really been following that as well. Just, you know, the person that asks the most questions really does win, because you're finding out everything about that person. You're being able to relate with them somehow. You're being able to figure out what kind of, you know, what person you would put them on with a three-way call, somebody they can relate to, and it answers so many questions for you that you're already, you know, without, you know, they're just giving you their information. So I absolutely love that. Thanks for that. So now, you know, they've utilized the third party, and now we've got an agent, right? Because we followed all the right steps. We followed the system put out by Josh Wiles. Now we got a new agent. They're in the system. They're ready to go. And I just want, you know, to ask you, how do you get a new agent started properly? And can you just kind of take us through what you do, and, you know, to just really make sure that they're getting started right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that you know, the key to getting a new agent started properly is understanding that it's not about being a sponsor; it's about being a launcher. There's a big difference. You know, there's a lot of people out there that end up recruiting, and you hear these, you know, they get these nicknames, oh, the sponsor monster and the master recruiter and this. But you know, it's kind of like you know, when you get a new agent started and you launch them properly, that's like going to the buffet with a appetite that could eat a friggin' half of a cow. You know, when you just sponsor an agent and that's the end of it. You're like, jackpot, got one, yeah, you know, and you leave, and then you just kind of leave them by the wayside, and you don't actually blueprint them or help them get started. That's like going and spending your money at the buffet and sitting down and ordering a glass of water and not eating, just sitting around watching everybody else eat. What's the point of that? So for me, I really focus on two things that I focus on big time. Number one, blueprints. Man, I tell you, I don't know too many people right now that will out blueprint me. I blueprint. I mean, you can be if you could be in the business for 6 months, call me up for some support, and the first thing I'm going to do with you is blueprint. I don't care if you've already been blueprinted. You ain't been blueprinted with me. So I blueprint like a maniac. I love the blueprint. It's the blueprint is systematic. It takes the fear out of everything. It's repetitive. You go through, open it up. You've got the core values. You've got the mission statement and the core values. It's talking about the Dead Sea. It talks about why network marketing. You get to page I think it's page 6, and now you're starting to fill out your 90-day skincare goal. You're filling out your 1-year income goal. You're filling out your 90-day income goal, your 1-year income goal, your 5-year plan, your reason why. It takes you down, boom, boom, boom. Here's what you got to do. It's got a checklist. It walks you through the secret system, the S4S. It's got samples on inviting. It's got samples on overcoming objections. The blueprint is where it's at. I'm telling you, it's like your success Bible. When you get started, I tell people whenever I'm going to if I'm going to meet a new agent, if I'm going to sit down with somebody that's already in the business to work with, if I'm going to a wow party, if I'm going to an event, if I'm going to a regional, all of my agents know they are going to show up with their blueprint. I don't care how long you've been in the business. Show up with your blueprint, right? You can add pages to that blueprint. You can take your list, photocopy the list in the blueprint, or download the list sheet in the back office and slide lists in there, man, and maybe paperclip that thing together. But you got to keep your blueprint close because it's systematic. I remember in the beginning, before we had a 5 and 5 presentation, the blueprint was my presentation tool. I would take it, I would show somebody the mission statement, the why secret, I would show them the core values, I would walk them through the bullet points of why the Dead Sea, of why secret, why direct sales, network marketing. I would turn the page and it would talk about the secret story, then it would talk about the secret vision. And that was my presentation. Then I would go in and I'd say, hey, here's how the company was able to do $1 billion in sales. I would demo the products. I would walk them through the comp plan, because all the way through Mission Superstar that was in the blueprint. Guys, I'm telling you, the blueprint is where it's at. Number one key to launching a new agent. Blueprint them. Walk them through the blueprint, step by step, page by page. I'm telling you, it takes the fear out of it. If you want to get agents out there blowing this thing up and going crazy and frenzying to get their 5, to get their 20, to get Mission Superstar done fast, blueprint, blueprint, blueprint. The second thing that I focus on is just promoting our secret system. Guys, we have the most incredible system on the planet. I'm telling you, when you log into that back office and you've got your Getting Started wizard, and it walks you through and promotes the secret boot camp, those videos in the back office, man, it answers 90% of a new person's questions. The boot camp in the back office answers 90% of a person's questions. How do I have a wow party? Watch the boot camp videos. How do I demo these products? What's good for what? Watch the boot camp videos. How do I invite? How do I do this? What's my daily mode of operation? Watch the blueprint video, the boot camp videos. Get on the Monday Night Vision Cast. Plug into the Wednesday wow parties. Wow Party Wednesday. Get on your team call, whatever team call you have. Get on that. Plug into the system. Get on the daily leadership call every day, Monday through Friday at 11 Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. I'm sorry, 11 Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Get on that. Make sure go to basicagenttraining.com. Go look through those videos, man. I'm telling you, every single brand new person that I'm talking to when I'm calling down through the team and doing the welcome calls, or every new agent that I'm sponsoring, I'm telling you, it's blueprints, and it's making sure they are immersed in the secret system. People who are immersed in the system, people who constantly have that new ideas, the good ideas, like I love what Josh Denny trains on. It's like the scales of justice, and you've got all the old crap that's weighed you down. It's gotten you to where you are. You can't wipe it clean. That's who you are. It's your character. It's who you are. It's embedded in you. And then over here, you've got like the other side of the scale that it's brand new. It's your new ideas, and you start getting into you start getting into the system. You start dialing into the calls. You start getting on your leadership hangouts. You start getting onto the vision cast. You go through the boot camp. You start going to basicagenttraining.com and watching those videos. You start getting around the leaders. Uh-oh, do you see what's happening? And then all of a sudden, bingo, you end up showing up at the Ignite conference and just lit on fire. And now you're going to see success on a whole nother level. You're going to see significance on a whole nother level, but it starts inside. I understand that. Tracy, I know you understand that. The leaders that were on tonight on the panel understand that. It is all about immersing yourself in the secret system. It's all about taking ownership of your business and putting yourself, getting yourself out of the way with prospects, but immersing yourself in the secret system, non-negotiable, no questions asked, no matter what, not missing events, not missing calls, not missing vision casts, not missing the Wild Party Wednesday, and then doing the activity. Man, I'm telling you, that is the formula for success every single time. Nobody can dispute it. There's probably scientific documentation. I'm gonna go fight Congress to get this thing in a Bill of Rights for the United States, that in order to have success in your life, it's simply by having your blueprints done, taking action, and staying in the system. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's all I focus on with new agents. That's how you launch someone properly.
Wow, I can feel you getting a little fired up, Josh. Total immersion, 100%, and that's what's going to happen at Ignite. Now, for those of you who are watching right now, if you have any questions, if you can type them in at the bottom or on the side, wherever the box is there for questions. We're going to be on here for a little bit longer. Josh, if you can stay on for questions, that would be great. I am very, very thankful for everybody who shared tonight, our 4 testimonials. Very amazing. Josh, thanks for all of your great nuggets. Those were absolutely incredible. I learn something every time I hear you talk, and you get me excited. You know, you're excited about this. And as we're waiting for questions to come in, Josh, maybe you know, people who haven't been to Ignite, what should they expect? What are you most excited for at Ignite?
Oh man, I tell you, there's so much to look forward to at Ignite. It's hard to say what I'm most. I think what I'm always the most excited about. To me, it's like a family reunion. It's getting around all my buddies. It's getting around all the incredible leaders. It's just the energy. You know, I tell you this: every single conference, my business grows. Every single conference, every time I leave a conference, my business grows. So that aside, while I'm there, it's just like I said earlier, it's just total immersion in the system. I mean, and the energy, it's something that cannot be taught. It can only be caught. And the way you catch it is by showing up and getting around it. I can tell you that you are not even a real secret agent until you show up at a major conference. I was in a previous company, and I went to like 2 or 3 of their conferences where there was 15, 25, 30,000 people in the room, and it was nothing compared to what we have at Secret. The energy, the camaraderie, just the unity of the leadership, and then you get around. You get to be in the same room for 2 days. You get to be in the same room with Isaac Ben Shabbat, and the platinums and above, and the people that are qualifying for their Mission 20 get to come to the platinum and above banquet and spend even more time with Isaac Ben Shabbat and get to be around the leaders more and more. I'm telling you guys, man, it's like you just gotta get there. It's ineffable. It's not something I can really communicate with words. There's like 26 letters in the English alphabet. I don't know what word. I don't know. There's not enough letters to put together new words to share exactly what this will do for you in your life and what you'll experience there. You just got to show up. You just got to get there.
You do just got to show up for sure. You got Josh. We're getting messages that you did such a phenomenal job tonight that we don't have any questions. That you were so down to the point. You know, papers are full of information, and you covered it so well that no questions. We're good. So we're on the hour here, just about an hour in, and again, I just want to thank you guys for taking time to get on. We will see you next week, same place, same time, And I can't wait to see you all at Ignite. So have a great, great night, everybody.